DreAllDay.com.
Class is in session. This is one of my favorite topics. We about to talk about school. When are we ever going to use this? As you come into the room, please, y'all, swipe to the right. Share this on your Twitter feeds. The people that need to hear this. All right, if you're in class right now, yes, we are definitely live. Switch NBA. Tell your classmates, come check this out. All right, they might learn more here than they're gonna learn in school. MHY, James Bueno, Boston Baller. Yes, Work on Your Game University is in session. The great thing about this school is you ain't got to be here all day. Jazz from Pittsburgh, what's up? Kevin Lewis just came in. The great thing about this university is you ain't got to be in class all day. Listen to the teacher go on and on and on. All right, I'm gonna give it to you in 10, 20, maybe even 90 minutes and school is over. You good. Humble Q, what's up? Now, Blue Detel Snob, what's going on? We about to talk about school. And this is a question that the title of this scope. Have any of you ever said that to one of your teachers, or maybe said it under your breath, or thought it, or said it to one of your classmates? It said, when are we ever going to use this topic? Why do we need to learn this? When am I ever going to use trigonometry? You know, if I'm trying to be a rapper, when am I ever going to use art class if I want to be a football player? Why do I need to learn this? All right, so y'all have had these conversations. You've had these thoughts, obviously. All right, so this is a good topic. There's a few people coming in who names are brand new. So what's going on, y'all? Drawing class. There's a drawing class. They make y'all sit in class and listen to somebody talk about drawing. That's crazy. I apologize. You know what? On behalf of people who've graduated from school, I apologize that y'all still going through that. It's a new world, and y'all still living in a system that was created in the 60s. All right, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna give you some information that might be able to help you. All right, right now. So anyway, archaeology. Yeah, archaeology class. All right, now I'm sitting in class. I want to start a blog, and I want to YouTube and be on Periscope, and I want to sell webinars, and I want to make a living doing that, because obviously there's people out there doing it, but now I got to sit in archaeology class for 60 minutes a day. I got to spend 60 minutes a day of my life in archaeology class, and then I got to regurgitate the facts that was taught by a textbook written by a person I don't care about 2 years ago that's outdated, just to prove that I know archaeology so I can get a degree to sit. Let me get to the topic. All right, look. People ask, all right, when will we ever use this topic? When I was in school, right? When I was in maybe elementary school, because we used to say the same thing. When I was in 2 hours and 30 minutes, that's crazy. That's robbery, man. They got you in jail right now. You need to call the cops. Call the cops. You got a phone. Listen, get out of Periscope. Call the cops. Now look, Golden Hoops Addy. All right, Humble Q say he got the same situation as James. Look, check this out. When I was in elementary school, now I'm 33 years old. For those of you who don't know, I'm from Philadelphia. I went through the Philadelphia public school system. And when I was in elementary, there was one teacher had this big poster on the wall, and it said, when are we ever going to use this? Because students used to always say that. We used to say the same thing. So they had all these class subjects that we would have to learn, and then it would say, oh, if you do trigonometry, you're going to need that if you become a scientist. Or if you want to be an author, you want to write books, you need English class. Or if you want to be a financial advisor or an accountant, you need math class. So they had all these things. If you do this, you need this. If you do this, you need this. If you do that, you need that. And I understood the premise of it, and I understand this was in the 80s, late 80s and the early 90s. But where we are right now in 2015, all of you completely understand that you could make a business. Like, there are people who make a business doing this, just making videos, YouTube videos, Periscope videos. They do webinars, they sell programs, they do coaching, they teach people how to get into the business of doing what they actually want to do. That's something that I do myself, you know, about building brands, about marketing yourself, about promoting your brand and whatever it is that you're doing. So when you ask yourself, when are we ever going to use this subject? I'm going to keep it real with you. You want to be a strength and conditioning coach, and they teaching you how to look at dinosaur bones. Who the hell cares about dinosaur bones? Only archaeologists. So if you don't want to be an archaeologist, why are you doing that? Now, one thing that I will say, from what I know we got some people here who are not from the United States, so y'all can tell me if this is correct or not. But I've heard that in other school systems, other nations, other continents, in their school systems, you can kind of specialize in what you want to specialize in. So, for example, you think about basketball players like Ricky Rubio's from Spain. So when he was 14 years old, he had already identified, him and his parents had identified that he wanted to be a basketball player. So he went into a basketball academy. They took him to a basketball school where, yeah, he did do school some hours, but it was basketball intensive. The amount of time that y'all spending in class, Ricky Rubio was spending a good percentage of that time in the gym because he wanted to be a professional basketball player. So is there anybody from the outside of the United States who can confirm or deny that, to know what they say you're forced to do it too early for some people? Okay, I understand that. But some people, whatever you decide you want to focus on, if you want to be an artist, they can put you in an art school. You want to be a tennis player, they put you in a tennis school. You want to be an archaeologist, they put you in an archaeologist school. But in the United States, we had this one size fits all system where if you sitting in class right now, if you in class, all right, they do that in Switzerland. Chris just confirmed that. So look, if you sitting in class right now in school, think about this. The person to your left, let's say you personally, you want to be a blogger. You want to be a professional blogger. Then the person to your left wants to be a professional basketball player, and the person to your right wants to be a life coach. But y'all sitting in drawing class. You know, how is that helping anybody? It's not, because the educational system in the United States, it was designed during the Industrial Revolution, just so y'all understand this. It was when we was building all these buildings, like all the buildings you see how cities have skylines and railroads and roads. That stuff didn't exist at one time. So we was in the Industrial Revolution building all this stuff, making cars, TVs, and furniture. So we needed workers in factories. So the school system was designed to teach people how to sit down, shut up, not say nothing, follow directions. Yes, we got 200,000 hearts. Yes, thank you, everybody. Keep going with the hearts, though. We don't stop. Where the school system was designed for you to come in, sit down, shut up for 8 hours, don't talk, wait till somebody tells you what to do. Do it for 8 hours straight. When I blow the whistle, go eat lunch. When I blow the whistle, come back from lunch, clock out, and I'm going to pay you X number of dollars per hour. And you just keep doing that every single day until you're too old to do it anymore. And then we'll pay you a percentage of what we was already paying you for the rest of your life, and then you can die and leave nothing for the rest of your family. That's what school was designed for. The American educational system that y'all are going through right now was designed for that. I'm talking about middle schools, high schools, colleges, all of it. It was designed for that. And the problem with the educational system is now we in a brand new world. Now we don't need anybody to go work in a factory. Is there anybody watching this stream right now who wants to work in a factory when they get out of school? Anybody? It says like we're slaves. It's kind of like you slaves. Not exactly. I wouldn't go that far, but it's kind of. I get what you're saying. You're like an indentured servant, right? Is there anybody here who wants to work in a factory? You see, that's what the school system was designed for, to create factory workers, right? When you think about school, what is it? Everybody's doing the same thing. So they got all y'all in class, right? It's 30 people in your class. How many people what's the average number of people in your classes if you're in school right now? You got like between 15 and 30. Maybe if you're in college, it might be 100 people in your class. So think about this. If it's 100 people in your class, you got 100 people going into 100 different professions, or even 30, even 15, 25, 20. Everybody's going to go do something different in life, right? All y'all going to go do something different in life. So in high school, they got you everybody has to take math. Everybody got to take English. Everybody has to take science. Everybody got to take art. I remember I had an art class in high school. What the hell do I need an art class for? And who was the teacher? I wish I had known then what I know now, because I'm thinking about my art teacher in high school. What the hell did she know about art? Maybe she was a good drawer. She could understand the concepts of art and explain what was in the textbook. But if I want to become an artist, could she help me? Maybe she could help me a little bit in learning the perspective of drawing and things like that. I don't know. Are there coaches for art? I have no idea. But I'm like, now that I think about it, I wasted a lot of time in my life sitting in that class. I didn't have a choice, but I wasted a lot of time sitting in that class. So the point of this is this. I'm not going to blow any smoke up y'all ass and tell you that the classes that you're in right now are really going to do anything. All right, she has a website about art. That's a step forward. I think that's a step forward. I can respect that. Maybe whatever she's talking about, there are people who actually go to her website and learn something about art. I can respect that. But the point is this. I ain't going to blow no smoke up your ass and tell you that every class you're sitting in is useful and that you need to listen. And I ain't no school teacher. All right, my mom's a teacher. My grandma's a teacher. One of my best friends is a teacher. My ex-girlfriend's a teacher. My sister is a teacher. So I got a whole bunch of teachers around me. But I'm not going to blow no smoke up your ass. I'm actually about to go do a TEDx talk. And the guy who's putting it together is a teacher. So he might not be too happy to hear this. And I'm actually doing another one that's going to be on the campus of a school. It's not really run by a teacher. But anyway, look. Point is this. A lot of the stuff that you learn in school is going to be completely useless to you in the real world. All right? Let me make sure that I'm going to put that on the table so that all y'all understand that. A lot of the stuff that you are learning in school right now, you will see me on TED. I'm doing 2 in the next 8 months, next 6 months. But look, a lot of stuff you learn in school is completely useless for you. You will not use it. It will not help you in your real life. It's going to be information that goes in one ear and completely out the other. As soon as you're done with that class, you're going to forget everything that you learned, everything that you memorized so you could pass the test, so you can get to the next grade. None of it's useful for you. None of it. All right, but here's one thing that you do need to understand. All right, there's a couple things you do need to understand. Number one is this. Depending on where some of you are going to go in life, I want you to understand this, that finishing school, whether it be high school or college, whether you get a high school diploma and to go to college, you need a college diploma. Understand that having a degree from a college in many places in the world right now, in the world that y'all going to be in, let's say 5-10 years from now still, it's still going to get you a certain level of respect just because you have it. Like I go places and they say, hey, did you go to school? I say, yeah, I went to Penn State Altoona. I got a degree in business management and marketing. And people are like, oh, okay, nice. And they kind of respect me a little bit more just because I got that degree, even though nothing about that degree has anything to do with what I do right now. Like I'm in marketing. I'm in the business of marketing. I'm a marketing expert. I speak about marketing to business owners, entrepreneurs. I have clients who hire me for marketing. And then they say, oh, you went to school for management and marketing, so your degree is helping you a lot in this business. I'm like, hell no, my degree is not doing anything, depending on who I'm talking to. Now, if I'm talking to somebody, I might say, yeah, and you're kind of bullshit. But if I'm talking to somebody else, I say, no, the degree is not doing anything. It just so happens that I majored in marketing, and now I'm in the marketing business. But who in my college, what professor could have taught me how to do this? Nobody, because they didn't know anything about that. So Chris kind of said it helps you gain trust. Some people will look at you with a little bit more respect when they see you have a college degree. All right, so understand that. Understand that if any of you is going to go into the workforce, and Trey said he has a degree in sports marketing. Exactly. So if any of you want to go into the workforce, you want to go work at some company, you want to get a job somewhere, sometimes in many of those places, having a college degree will get you in the door. It'll get you an interview where somebody who doesn't have a college degree might not have an interview. And here's another thing that you got to understand. In life, there are times in life where you're going to have to endure some bullshit that you don't really want to do in order to get what you really do want. All right, so understand that nobody's life, for the most part, there's very few people I can think of, not even myself, who you can just do 24 hours a day. Everything you do is something you definitely want to be doing. Like everything, 100% of what you do is exactly what you want to do. You got to go through some periods in your life where you got to do things you don't really want to do. You might have to smile at somebody you don't really want to smile at, shake hands with somebody you don't really like, act like you cool with somebody who you actually hate. It's politics. All right, it's part of life. Politics is part of life. So don't look at politics as something negative. Look at politics as something that can help you get ahead. Because some people come to me and they talk about politics, like, yo, politics kept me off the basketball team, or politics kept me from getting this job. Understand that politics can work for you, and it can also work against you. Because if you hate politics, understand that there are some people who work politics to their advantage, yes or no. Some people who are not even good at what they do, but they're good politically and they happen to get ahead. So understand that politics can be for you or against you. It just depends on your perspective. Politics can help you. All politics means, let me define what politics is for those of you who don't know, because I know everybody uses the phrase, but a lot of people don't even know what it means. Politics means human beings interacting with each other in order to advance their cause. That's all it means. All right, that's all it means. Working with other human beings to advance your cause. So as soon as if you got 2 people working together, that's a duo. As soon as you put 3 people in a room together, you have politics. All right, that's a saying that I heard somebody say. As soon as you put 3 people in a room together, any more than 3, you have politics, because you got human beings working with each other in order to advance their own cause. And every human being is more concerned with their own cause than anybody else's. I don't care how charitable they appear to be. Everybody's concerned with their own cause. So what I mean by all that is this. I had to go to school. One reason that I wanted to finish school was because I knew I needed grooming. I needed 4 years of high school and 4 years of college if I wanted to be a professional athlete. I knew that I needed a degree if I was going to go into the workforce, because y'all got to remember, in 2004, it wasn't no YouTube, was no Periscope, was no social media, was no personal branding. None of that existed. So I was thinking I might have to go work somewhere. I eventually want to own a business, but I had no idea how, when, where, who, what. I didn't have my parents wasn't giving me no money to invest in a business. I didn't have none. So I was like, I got to go work somewhere so I could build up build up at least some finances so I could start my own business if I'm going to do it. And I had no idea what business that would be. But you guys have such an advantage, because what is personal branding? Is kind of when you make a business out of yourself. That's what personal branding is. Like Donald Trump. You never met Donald Trump, but you know a lot about him. He has a personal brand. That's what personal branding means. So anyway, the point is this. I went to school because I knew I needed to go through that BS in order to get what I actually wanted. You understand? Right. If you want to own your own business, the world that y'all in today, you can start your own business right now. Like if you go to GoDaddy.com, you buy a domain name. You buy a domain name for $15. You buy hosting for $100 a year. You in business. You could go in business. You could put a post on your site and say, I'm offering to coach and consult people for $10 an hour starting right now. You could get a client. You're in business. You're a business owner. You got business going right there. You can file taxes as a business owner right there, 1099 forms. So you automatically can go into business immediately with very low investment now. Whereas 10, 20 years ago, we didn't have that option. So the world that y'all in right now, you got so many options. And here's the thing. If you're in college and you need to finish college, maybe your mom's paying for it. Maybe it'll make your grandmom happy. Maybe it will help you. Trey said network marketing is the best business out there. I've heard that. I'm a fan of network marketing. Now, here's the thing. If you're in business, if you're in school right now and you think school is BS and is a waste of your time, understand that you can start your business right now. You're in a great position because when you're in college, you don't have as many responsibilities in general. I know there are some college students who have full-time adult responsibilities, but when I was in college, most of me and most of the people I was hanging around, the situation was like this. We was away from home. We was kind of living on our own, but not really. We wasn't paying for none of it. We either had grants or financial aid or scholarship, or our parents was paying for it. We kind of got to be on our own. We was autonomous, got to do what we want, party, hang around, socialize, play our sport, go drink, do our thing. And we had a whole bunch of free time to do whatever we wanted, whether that be play video games, go to the gym and play basketball. When you're in school right now, you can take that time and start building your business part-time. Say schools don't teach entrepreneurship from day one is too bad. Well, they can't teach entrepreneurship because they don't have entrepreneurs. They have employees. So employees can't teach entrepreneurship. That doesn't make any sense. Now, there are some colleges that do have entrepreneurship classes, and they're taught by entrepreneurs who take a side gig working at the school. So there are some people who are entrepreneurs full-time and they work at a job part-time at a school, or it might be the other way around. Entrepreneur part-time, work at a school full-time. Doesn't mean they can't teach entrepreneurship. There are some schools that do that. I can't really say if it's in general good or bad because it depends on the quality of the professor. But overall, understand this. If you're in school right now and you in a subject that's not going to be useful to you, you can start building your business on the side right now. It's a very low investment cost. It don't take too much time. You can start building up what you want to do, and all the information to do it is right here on the internet. It's right at your fingertips. Because if you're in class watching this, that means you got a computer, and I know all y'all got a smartphone. The internet's everywhere, so you don't have no excuses. So James say he takes how to be a gangster class, right? All right, but look, that's the end of this stream right here. I might come back this afternoon with another stream. We'll see. Exactly. Blogs and YouTube are free. So you can start doing that stuff right now. So I might come back with another stream later on today. If you're on YouTube, y'all know where y'all can leave the comments, hit that like button. If any of you didn't see this whole thing, make sure you catch me later, watch the replay, and hit those hearts while you're watching this. I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all find this information useful. So we're going to keep putting it out there. We're going to keep putting it out there as long as y'all find it useful, y'all. I don't think they would vote me president. Too many parents wouldn't vote for me. They wouldn't vote for me because if they hear me out here bashing school, they're gonna think I'm gonna take apart the entire school system as we know it. I probably would. So they probably wouldn't hire me. Not hire me, but elect me. But anyway, look, we out of here. Keep hitting those hearts, y'all. Watch the replay, hit the heart, swipe to the right, share this. Let people know to follow me here at Dre All Day. Y'all know the website, dreallday.com. Work on your game. We out. Thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you follow all my top content up here. Follow me on all your favorite social networks right over here. And make sure you are subscribed to catch all the new content I put on this channel every single day. Work on your game.